Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walaha ma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There's a verse in the Quran that we repeat in almost every khutbah, in which, and the reason why I'm mentioning this, somebody asked me this question recently, which is, so the verse is, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu attaqullaha haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. O you who have believed, have the taqwa of Allah as rightfully due to Allah, and do not die except as Muslims. And the question is, how can we, oh, I see everybody looking at the screen. Is there something going on? Or is it just my picture? Okay. La hawla wa la. Ah, very good. Was there an announcement that I wasn't aware of? Anyways, I was saying, the verse mentions something that so it mentions two things that are impossible. This verse is about impossibilities, right? First thing is haqqa tuqatih. It says, have the fear of Allah as is rightfully due to Allah. And this is an impossibility. You can never worship Allah as Allah actually deserves. This is one. You can never fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as He actually deserves. So it's an impossibility. The second one is, do not die except as Muslims. This is also an impossibility. Nobody has a guarantee about how they die. You cannot guarantee that you're going to die as a Muslim. You cannot guarantee aslan where you're going to die, when you're going to die, let alone in what state of faith you're going to die as well. So the verse is about impossibilities. It's about an ideal, perfect situation. This is why there are some narrations that mention how the Sahaba, they said, how is this, the taqwa of Allah, as is rightfully due to Allah? And in some narrations it mentions that he says, ذَلِكَ بَأَنْ يُذْكَرَ فَلَا يُنْسَى وَأَنْ يُشْكَرَ فَلَا يُكْفَرْ وَأَنْ يُطَاعَ فَلَا يُعْصَى. And in a different order. It says that he is obeyed and never disobeyed, that he's always thanked and never denied, and that he is always remembered and never forgotten. They said, this is impossible. And so the Prophet ﷺ told them, no, you have to say that we hear and we obey. You can't say it's impossible. You have to do your best. This is part of why there's that hadith that says, Saddidu wa qaribu. You should aim for the perfection, but you should get as close as possible, because you're never going to achieve perfection. You're never going to get there, right? So then how can we guarantee? So what do we do with the taqwa? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the takhfif. فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. Fear Allah as much as you can. If you can't do it according to how much Allah deserves, then you do it according to your ability. So it differs between person and person, situation and situation. فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. طيب, what about the second one? How can you die while Muslim? What do? You decide to live as a Muslim. And you continue living as a Muslim. And you make sure that every moment you are conscientiously, intentionally, you know what I mean, with every fiber of who you are, I know I am a Muslim, right? This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praises those people in the verse where He says, وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. And He says, I am from the Muslims. Meaning it's something that you're proud. You're proud of your Islam, you're proud of your identity, you're wearing it. And Ibn Kathir, rahimahullah, will end with his quote where he says this. He says, كَانَ مِنْ عَادَةِ الْكَرِيمِ. It is from the habit of the one who is the most generous, meaning he's talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He will not disappoint His believing servant. That if His believing servant lived upon a certain thing, that he will grow old on that same thing, and if he grows old on that same thing, that he will die upon that same thing as well. And if he dies upon something, then he will be resurrected doing it as well. So because of this, it is a sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that if we are putting an effort forth to really live intentionally as Muslims, that inshallah ta'ala we'll be able to die as Muslims as well. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He makes us from the people who are able to apply this in their lives, and that they have the taqwa of Allah as much as they can, as He said, and that we also are able to live as Muslims and die as Muslims as well, inshallah ta'ala. هذا والله أعلم وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على محمد